The Yae Miko banner and the 4 stars have finally been released alongside with the new weapon banner that is going to come along with Yae Miko. Now alongside Yae Miko on her banner is going to be Diana, Fischl, and Toma. Which I was really surprised because Fischl hasn't been on a banner for like 8 to 9 banners now. I'm not really sure the exact number, but she has been gone for a long time. And she is also really good. And then Diana is one of the best support characters in the game because she can shield, heal, put out a lot of cryo, and at C6 she can give you 200 elemental mastery. And then the last character, Toma, I've heard not so good things about him. I've heard that he's not that good and his constellations are kinda locked to make him actually even good, and even at C6 he's not all that crazy. But I'm just gonna really quickly go over each character, give out the key constellations, and what they're used for. Like I said earlier, Diana has the best of both worlds of shielding and healing both at once, and she's one of the best elements in the game, cryo. Of course she's amazing at Z0, but her best constellations are C1, 2, and all the way down at 6. C1 helps her get energy back, and C2 increases the damage absorption of her shield and gives nearby characters the shield too, so if you're playing in co-op, then your friends will also get the shield. And C6 is really good for melt or vaporize teams that do a lot of damage, so it helps them increase the elemental mastery if they're above 50%. Although C6 is really good, I'd probably say that you can go for C2 and then just be fine. I mean, C6 is good, but you do have to run vaporize and melt teams to make it all that crazy helpful. So if you want to go for constellations for your Diana, I'd probably tell you to stop at C2. Now Fischl does tons of damage over time with her Oz turret, and she's the best electro battery character in the entire game because every time her turret hits someone, it will generate a particle. And you can have 100% uptime on this elemental skill in combination with her burst, which makes it turn into a bird, and at the end of the duration it will actually place another turret. And she's based all around reactions and doing more damage equal to her attack. Now none of her constellations are honestly that crazy besides C6. All these other constellations are like little small damage bumps that don't really help out all too much, but it's pretty nice to have. But C6 turns her into a complete beast. It will increase the duration of a turret, and when Oz is on the field and anyone does an attack, Oz will also do another attack, doing 30% of Fischl's attack as electro damage. This makes it actually insane because with fast hitting characters, you can just pocket off so many times, do so many reactions, do so much damage off of her attack, it's actually insane. So the only key constellation you have to worry about for Fischl is C6. So if you're close to C6, you might also want to roll for this banner. And then we have Toma. I've heard nothing good about Toma, to be honest. His shield's the weakest shield in the game, all of his talents aren't really that good, and then a lot of his potential is kept behind constellations, and people who also have him at C6 say he's not that good either. But I'd say his key constellations are probably his C6 and his C4. His C4 just allows him to flow better because his energy recharge generation is terrible. It's absolutely bad, so this constellation is really good to get his burst more often. And then C6 is also really good just to increase the normal charge and punching attack damage of your characters for 6 seconds. Yeah, but other than that, I don't really have much to say about Toma. Just if you like him, you can go for him. But if you do want to go for something that's meta, Toma is not the one for you. Now, excluding Toma, I think this banner is going to be really good. Diana and Fischl are both amazing support characters, and we just have to wait and see how good Yae Miko is to see if you actually like her, or if she's going to be worth it in the long run. So I always advise you to wait a few days before wishing, or go even further and wait till the Kokomi and Raiden banners are revealed, to see if you want to wish for Yae Miko. Cause maybe you want to roll for Kokomi or Raiden and the 4 stars on those banners are absolutely insane, but you used all your Palmer gems on the Yae Miko banner, and then you have some regrets. And of course, always make sure to test out the character in the test run, look up guides, look up people doing all the math for all the weapons, and wait to see if Yae Miko will fit your account. I mean, of course, if you do really want to just get Yae Miko because you love her, then of course we're on the banner regardless of the 4 stars or the meta, because having fun is more important than doing more damage, in my opinion. So yeah, other than that, don't use all your Palmer gems on the first day and crown her talents or something and end up not liking her. You know, just wait a little bit, think about what you actually want, and then make your decisions. Now let's talk about weapon banner. Now honestly, I think this weapon banner is pretty cool. So we have the Kaguya's Verity, which is Yae Miko's signature weapon, the Primordial Jade Cutter, which is good on a lot of main DPSs and even supports. And then we have the Shringless, Sacrificial Sword, Wave Breaker's Fin, Eye of Perception, and Rain Slasher. Now I'm gonna get this out of the way. Rain Slasher and Eye of Perception are absolutely garbage. The only reason you'd use Rain Slasher is if you have it at high refinement, you put it on the Luke, and then use them along with Xingqiu. Other than that, there's not much of a reason to use the Rain Slasher. Now the Stringless is really good on Venti and Fischl, and even Kudosawa and Aloy if you use them. Now that's really good because Fischl is on the banner. Now Sacrificial Sword isn't really used on anyone but Xingqiu, but since Xingqiu is so meta, it gives so much value and importance to this weapon because it gets better with each refinement. And the Wavebreaker's Fin is really good, especially at high refinements. At lower refinements, it's already a pretty good weapon, but once you get it to refinement 5, it can even rival the Staff of Homer. So it's really good on your Raidens, your Zhanglings, but if you use this weapon, you will have to make up more energy recharge. So 3 of the 5 4-star weapons are really good. Now of course the Conqueror's Verity is going to be extremely good on Yae Miko because it's going to be a signature weapon. But other than that, we don't have really too much information on how good it's going to be for other characters. I can see it being good on Lisa, possibly Ningguang if you refresh her elemental skill enough, but her elemental skill isn't really a big part of her damage, it's mainly used to get the bonus. And the Primordial Jade Cutter is really good on DPSs and supports. But be careful if you do use it on someone like Ayako or Kaya and have the 4-piece Business Destroyer, because then you might get over 100% crit rate and then you're going to be having wasted stats. But it has a huge crit rate substat and gives you more attack based on your HP. So if you do miss a Conqueror's Verity and get Primordial Jade Cutter, then you might not be as disappointed. So all in all, I think this weapon's pretty good. But once again, I do not like rolling on weapon banners because you can miss the 50-50 2 times and then have to get another 5-star in order to get the weapon that you want. So always be wary and be careful when you're wishing on weapon banners, and make sure you wish for the character before the weapon, because MTAS said something about someone got the weapon before they got the character for some reason and then they had no use for the weapon. So make sure to get the character before you get the weapon. So once again, my final thoughts on these 2 banners, I think they're both pretty good, but always make sure to wait a little bit before you wish on the character banner to see if you like Yae Miko or if the other 4 stars on the future banners are going to be worth it for you more. Diona's really good, Fischl's really good, and then Tomek is, you know. And then for the weapon banner, be very careful if you do want to wish on the weapon banner. It's really hard to get what you want, and you can spend thousands of Pama gems and still walk out with nothing. So I personally don't like voting on weapon banners, but if this is the type of banner you feel like voting for because you're gonna get Yae Miko, or you have another sword user that you really want the Primordial Jade Cutter for, then I'd probably say this is a pretty good weapon to roll on, because I have the Stringless, which is really good, the Sacrificial Sword, which you can hopefully get to a fine 5 for Xingqiu, and then the Wavebreaker's Fin is really good for burst damage on Polearm users. So yeah, those are the 2 banners. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Good luck to everyone that's wishing for the characters or the weapons. I hope you guys do hit your 50-50 and get what you want. So yeah, that's basically all for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.